welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and reality TV, music, entertainment, and so much more. As you can see, this is the latest video that I posted this morning on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel talking about Wendy Williams. You literally were asking me about Wendy Williams yesterday. So there is an update on her podcast and possible guests and a little word from Wendy. So be sure to check out that video if you haven't already. But as you know, this is our Tuesday takeover where we talk about a variety of reality TV. It's taking on its whole own other energy. It's sort of like our Tuesday of hot topics, our Tuesday takedown, whatever you want to call it, Takedown Tuesday. We will figure out the official name, but it is all about Tuesday. It's all about reality TV recaps, reality TV news, pop culture news. As you saw from the thumbnail for this live, we have to talk about the BET Awards a little bit. We have to talk about the RHOA ratings. We have to talk about RHOA After Show. We have to talk about the family Chantel. I love a mama's boy. We have Beyonce sending flowers to Robin S. There's so much to talk about, so let's get into it. And that wasn't a voice thing. That was just me. That was just me. Hey, everyone, don't forget to join all the links. All the links are available at teamkempire.com/links. Okay. All the information is available in the description. If you're trying to find out where can I follow you, trust and believe. You should follow me everywhere just because you're getting a different experience. You get a different experience of Kempire on Twitter, a different experience of Kempire on TikTok, right? TikTok, we watch shows there. Twitter, I'm in spaces. I'm talking to housewives. I'm talking about the housewives. Instagram, you're getting a whole other experience there. Follow me on all the things and be sure to subscribe to our podcast, Kempire Radio, because that also is a different experience. So be sure to do all the things. All that information is available in the description, but I won't bombard you. But a lot of you asked these questions, so I want to make sure that you know where to go to find the things. Also, in order to get notifications, in order to communicate with the community besides the live chat, head on over to teamkempire.com/Discord, okay? That way you're able to communicate with me, with other people within the community. The Discord will be there limited. The ability to join will be limited. So join while you can and act right or you will be banned. Oh, that rhymes. That rhymes. All right. They're a little loud. They're a little loud. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. As I said to you before, this is our Tuesday takeover where we talk about a variety of reality TV news, and hot topics. So let's just jump right on into some reality TV that I was watching the last couple of days that we don't do a separate live for, but I think it's worth talking about. Well, not really. The family Chantel. I think it's done. Yep. I think Family Chantel is done. I was not interested. I mean, she's a beautiful girl, Nicole, her in the pageant, not interested in Nicole and the pageant, not interested in a storyline that Pedro and Chantel are having marriage issues. So you went from last season lying. At least last season, you guys got really creative and we were really invested. We were like, oh my God, Pedro, it's a bastard. Okay. But, he was treated like a bastard by his dad. He was being reunited with his brothers. And then we found out that was a lie. So this season, we're going to do I don't believe them. Anyone believe them? Anyone believe them in their house where they're like, Pedro's not even an actor. Well, Pedro, you deserved an Emmy last season for the acting you gave us in the DR. This season, and she's like, can you help me organize this stuff? He's like, wow. That's all he could say is wow. The best part of the family Chantel for me on TLC, for those that were wondering what show we're talking about, the best part is Karen and her broken Spanish. I don't know. I want some nientos. Su casa is, wait, no. Su casa is mi casa. Feliz. What other Spanish words I know? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. She's the best part of the show, but I don't need an entire show about Karen. I think we're good. I think this is the last season of the family Chantel. I can't. You guys are forcing it. And now Winter has a boo in Nigeria that might be scamming her. Come on. The pageant, look, Nicole, you beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. I knew she wasn't going to win. I think we all knew she wasn't going to win, but we could do without that. We could. I don't like when they. I don't like it. And then Alejandro's back in the DR. I don't care about that relationship. I don't care about those scenes. Speaking of things that we don't care about, 90 Day Fiance. Oh, gosh. 90 Day Fiance. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat. We appreciate you all being here. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. And shout out to our mods. Guys, don't forget to show love to the mods. We appreciate you all being here. Taking time out of your day to be here. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. But as always, we don't mod adults. So even if the mods aren't here, we don't moderate adults. So act right or you'll be banned. Anita says, I don't care about Nicole. Thank you. Kind of thought it was funny when she lost. Now you thought it was funny. I actually felt bad. I actually felt bad for her. I was like, oh, she looked like she really was excited. But then part of me was like, you're not a pageant girl. If you're doing a pageant, you've been doing the pageant world for a long time. You don't just sort of like, I'm out of it and now I'm back in it. That's not the pageant world. You know, if the little bit that we know about the pageant world, you don't just drop out and then all of a sudden I'm going to be in the pageant. The pageant probably just let her be in it because it was going to be filmed for the U.S. television, a huge franchise for the U.S. television. They're probably like, okay, girl, we'll have you in. I mean, not to say that she's not built to be a pageant girl, but she couldn't even keep her face straight when it came to looking at the girls with an attitude. I was like, okay, Nicole. Anyways, 90 Day Fiance. Oh, God. Oh, where do I even begin? I did watch Below Deck Down Under this week's episode. I just feel like Below Deck Down Under is starting to go. It started off so really, really good, but now it's so really, really bad. Just saying. Just my own thoughts. I did enjoy the season overall, but these last couple of episodes, I felt like it's starting to get womp womp womp. Just saying. It probably should have ended a little bit earlier. It is Below Deck Down Under, which is available on Peacock right now, will be available on Bravo in July. I don't understand Bravo and Peacock. Yes, I understand that this is a joint venture. You know, NBC Universal owns Peacock. But if people can just wait a month or two, they probably will. And they won't subscribe to Peacock. And I'm sure some people are just waiting. Just like the business model doesn't make sense to me. Because then what's the real incentive for keeping Peacock? Besides someone that works, covering this stuff. There really is no incentive. I'll just wait. Maybe we should just start waiting until it comes on Bravo and I can get rid of Peacock. But then I really loved Queer as Folk. I didn't love it. I'm being a little extra. I started off with Queer as Folk, which is the reboot on Peacock, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. But by the end of that, I was just like, y'all lost me. Brody falling in love with his childhood friend that they used to hook up with. I was just like, I didn't see that coming. If you watch Queer as Folk, the reboot on Peacock, then you know what I'm talking about. But because we have so much to talk about, I'm going to move on. Let me hydrate with my Kempire merch water bottle. Kim says BET showed Noah's Ark yesterday. Also, they own it? You remember Noah's Ark? No, they do own it because that was Viacom. Because that was on the Logo Network. Look at me. Okay, brain. But Queer as Folk on Peacock, I thought was decent. They think they have something there. Look, I love visibility. So I want to see more of like our community on shows. However, between watching Queer as Folk and Fire Island on Hulu, I have to say this. Look, there are a lot of things that are very true about my community, but the constant playing out of gay men being over sexualized and heavy in drugs. And I was watching Fire Island on Hulu, cute movie, but I was watching it and I was thinking to myself, You know how many times I've been to Fire Island and it didn't include drugs, sex, or any of that stuff, and it was just hanging out with my friends, hanging out at the beach. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen there, but I just feel like it's 2022. We're still pushing that stereotype about gay men. What I did love about Fire Island was how they talked about how minorities or Black and brown people feel within the gay community. There is that other racism that happens in it, and how Asian men feel within that community as well. That's what I appreciated about Fire Island, and that the movie that came out on Hulu. Happy Pride Month. Just look, let me talk about these things before Pride Month is over. So that's some of what we've been talking about, guys. If you're new to Tuesday Takeover, we talk about a variety of reality TV, what I'm watching, and some hot topics. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on just because there's so much to talk about. Speaking of reality TV, 90 Day Fiancé, you know, we covered and talked about 90 Day Fiancé during the pandemic. And we were like, this is a terrible season. And then it got better when we had 90 Day Fiancé the other way. And then we had 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After wasn't great either. This might be the worst season ever. Right? And anyone else feel that way? 90 Day Fiancé season 9, it feels, I believe all of these couples are real. However, I believe that it's so pre-produced, every single scene. Oh my gosh. Let me know if we need to send a search party for Kobe. Kobe, blink twice if you need our help. No, blink once. Say help. And we will send who we need to send. I'm not going. We will send help though. I didn't believe any of what was happening in the scene. First of all, word on the street, if you weren't here last week, she's pregnant with their second child, but you already saw the foreshadowing of this in this latest episode, them humping on the bed. I was like, Kobe, if you don't act right in these people's town, they don't want to see that on their beds. But word on the street, she already had their second child. The father going with him to go find this. First of all, was that a real diamond for $1,000? Can you get that level of a ring for $1,000? I was like, I don't buy or wear a lot of jewelry, but $1,000 for that. And mind you, the storyline was that she already bought a ring for herself, but she wanted him to get a ring. So he finally gives her the ring, and then hold on. Ooh, they fall on my. He finally gets her the ring. And then she waits till they get home to show him, oh, I had bought another ring in front of the entire family. Wait, rewind. When he went for the ring shopping with the father, I was like, what are you doing here? You just sort of like, unless you're here to help pay for this, he's like, I'm here to help make sure that he doesn't overspend. If you don't get, hold on. Anyone else get mad? Anyone else get mad? Oh my gosh. I was so mad at I was like, we already do not like you and your wife and how you sort of been just all these judgments. I was so mad. Okay. I need to come back down. I need to come back down. Let me take a sip. But I was even more pissed because you already know we're calling 90 Day Fiancé season 9 the season of the Karens. The season of the Karens. Emily is the biggest Karen of them all. But she decided to wait till she got home to show in front of the family. Well, I wanted to tell you that I ended up getting a ring for myself. In front of the entire family. Again, pre-produced moments. I get it. I want to move on because I can't wait. I could talk about Kobe and how he needs to get out for forever. Speaking of get out of my face. I've seen Jibri on TikTok Live. Jibri might be a really nice person. However, we don't believe this storyline. These two are desperate for fame. They're using the show for this. Word on the street is they've been married. I feel like I say this every single week. Word on the street that they've been married way before the show. This week, they have a counseling session. I'm just calling it a counseling session with his mom because Jibri he feels like he's being pressured to get married. Jibri, at this point, you were already married. Fake, phony. Fake and phony. I didn't believe that scene. I'm over them. But I've been over them for weeks. I've been over them for weeks. I don't care about, what's the name of his damn group? I don't care. We don't care. I don't care about their scenes. There's no real thing happening this season with any of these couples, except Guillermo and Cara. Word on the street, Cara's pregnant. But this week, oh my goodness, this broke my heart because I really like Guillermo. I don't like anyone else. I don't like anyone else. And you know why I like this kid? And I'm gonna call him a kid because he's what, 23. Why I like this kid is because I don't feel like he is a sucker. I don't feel like he is just sort of like, I think he's choosing his battles with Cara. But this week, you can't get any more real than what happened this week. His brother passes away. And he talks about the difficulties of being in this process of being an immigrant and not having the ability to go and see his brother before his brother passed or be there with his family. That was the realest scene that we got on 90 Day Fiance this week. I like him though. I think he is just real. I don't think he's gonna let Cara in the long run get away with some of the things that she's been doing on the show, but I also feel like that's pre-produced moments. Oh my God. I don't even care. Like this guy, Patrick, has a real story in regards to his own personal life and his personal family. This whole story about let's get married in Vegas. Really? Is that what we're gonna do? About she's taking him somewhere, but he did find out this week that she hasn't told her father that she came here to get married and to live in the United States. I'm not even interested. These two go to work out. Another just forced storyline. They're talking about kids. They're talking about how they would raise their kids because he wants his kids raised Muslim. And again, her asking him at the gym, is this too revealing? If y'all don't get out our faces with the fake, just force trying to agitate these folks that are immigrating to this country, I was just like, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in the real story. Melinda, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, that's loud. Hold on, y'all. Melinda says that Emily's sister had nerve to go ring shopping with Kobe, knowing her sister already bought a ring. Those people upset me. Even that part, thank you, Melinda. Even that part, it was like, it would make more sense to me if the sister went to make sure that he got the right ring than the father just sort of there like this. Sir, unless you're going to be pulling out your credit card. For a second there, I saw him pull out like he was reaching in his pocket for some money. So I was like, oh, maybe he is there to help pay. He didn't pay. Anyways, thank you, Melinda. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for what you said in the live chat before we went live. Thank you, Julie. Julie says, run, Kobe, run. Get your green card and run. Well, now he's got 2 kids with the woman. He can't run anywhere. He's forever connected to this Karen. Anyways, so I'm actually bored with this couple because I don't believe in this storyline. I don't believe in the storyline. Another frustrating couple. Remember when we were Team Shida? I'm not Team Shida or Team Bilal. Last week, Bilal sprung this prenuptial agreement on Shida. This week, she is saying she has a FaceTime with her sisters, her mom, and to have a conversation about this prenuptial agreement. Well, they're like, well, why don't you put in that you want a child in this prenuptial agreement? And he was like, oh, I don't know about that. Shida, the red flags, and this is why I believe this is a real couple. And yes, there are red flags here, but I feel like these red flags have been created by production. Because any other woman, and you're not telling me this, and look, I know there are women that will fall for this and look past the red flags. Hi, Teresa Giudice. But this is a West Indian woman. I just don't see it. All these red flags. But what I did love that her family said, what he think you don't have your own here in Trinidad? Like you come from some bush? So next week, it seems as if Bilal's ex is concerned about her not signing the prenuptial agreement. Again, overstepping. I feel like everyone's overstepping, but I feel like this is all pre-produced. Because Shida has become just as unlikable as Bilal for me. Anyone else? I went from being like, yeah, Shida, give him 2 thumps in the head to, oh, Shida, word on the street, spoiler alert, they do get married, and apparently they're filming Happily Ever After. I don't want to see it. You know who I miss? Kimberly. Wait, no. Kimberly. That's how you say it. You got to find the right spot to Kimberly. I miss Kimberly. God. I mean, you can see her on Pillow Talk, but still, it's not the same. Jenna, thank you so much for the super chat. The most boring season I stopped watching. Okay, so this makes me feel better because then sometimes I feel like maybe I'm just desensitized to reality TV, and that's why I'm not into it this season. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our Tuesday Takeover where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news because it's Tuesday Takeover and there's a lot of stuff happening in the news. All right. Who else did I forget that I didn't talk about? Let me think. I think I talked about everyone that we're talking. Oh, no, I didn't. But you know what it is? It's the same situation. Where is the picture of these two that I can't? I forgot to talk about Benny and Ariella. Someone said, I think it was in the live chat or in Discord, where they were saying, it's so interesting that Ariella was so upset with Benny wrestling with that woman at the gym. However, she's bringing her whole ex-husband last season and this season. Again, forced. And the last couple of weeks, I've been taking blame for them being back on our television screens because I advocated for them to come back because I wanted to see Benny be reunited with his son. Court documents reveal that he's filing for joint custody of his first son with his ex-wife, who is now remarried. But we're not going to see it because now it's a legal battle. That was my stipulation for Benny and Ariella coming back. We're getting force and fake. And Ariella, I'm trying to understand what Benny sees in Ariella. I'm not even talking physically. I'm talking about emotionally and personality-wise. What does he see in Ariella? And this whole back and forth and Benny playing into Benny, you just as look. I think I gave Benny enough last week in regards to covering what I think of Benny. Benny, this is your own fault. You got 2 baby mamas now here in the United States. Take care of your kids. I don't see Ariella and Benny lasting. I think they're lasting because she helped bring him over here. They will co-parent. I don't see it. I don't see a love relationship. I don't see this lasting. But I'm tired of this story because everything feels so fake and forced. Every minute Ariella is like, well, she always has an issue. She always has some sort of issue. All right. Semhar says he's afraid to lose another baby. Well, now he's in the United States. So I think that fear has gone. And even though Ariella is playing with the fact, well, I don't know if we're going to get married. They're going to get married. They're going to get married. If we didn't know, the fact that he's filing for joint custody of his first son, they got married. Okay? They got married because he wouldn't do that if he left and went back to Ethiopia. I can see the parents are falling for the producer pre-produced moments too, because I got some pre-produced moments from Ariella's mama this week, and I was just like, all right, let's move on. There's so much to cover. So much to cover. I have been watching I Love a Mama's Boy, but I don't take I Love a Mama's Boy as reality. I feel like that is a true TLC show that's just fake and phony. So I watch that as if it's scripted television. Anyone else? I Love a Mama's Boy. I don't know why Shahid's back. I don't know why he's back. But I did find myself laughing at him this week. But he's back. And I love Matt's mom. Matt's mom, why were they having a birthday situation at the cemetery? because she's closer to being dead. Those things made me laugh. Those things made me laugh. Let me take a sip. Guys, we have almost 1,000 people here for our Tuesday takeover. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting our channel, but other channels that talk about similar topics. Let's get back into what we are talking about. So we already talked a little bit about 90 Day Fiance, what we're watching, all that good stuff. Replay crew, I want to know what are you watching? What should I get into? Someone in the live chat did tell me that BET Plus is available. I think it's like $3.99 for like 5 months. I don't know, but it was cheap. So I might watch College Hill, and maybe we'll talk about College Hill here on Tuesday Takeover. So stay tuned. And if it's really good, then maybe we'll do a separate one. See, Kay agrees. Kay says 90 Day this season is the worst. I don't know what they're doing, y'all. Okay, let's move on. Speaking of the worst, the BET Awards happened this weekend, and we will get into the ratings because I know a lot of people are saying, oh, now people are going to say the BET Awards affected RHOA's ratings. We will get into RHOA and the after show in just a second. So the BET Awards aired this weekend, and some people said the BET Awards were pretty good this year. I have a couple of things that I want to talk about in regards to the BET Awards. But before we get into the BET Awards, we got to talk about Beyoncé. So last week, we talked about Beyoncé, her new song, Break My Soul, and everyone was saying, it's giving me Robin S. It's giving me Robin S. And clearly, she did sample Robin S. And shout out to my friend, the late, great singer-songwriter, Andrea Martin. Because the song that you all love from Robin S., she wrote. And I don't recall if we ever spoke about that specific song. There were so many great songs from Andrea Martin. She passed away. Was it this year? I can't look. Y'all know I'm bad with time, but it was recent. And one of my last conversations, I loved Andrea Martin because she told so many incredible stories about some of the legendary songs that she's written. Don't Let Go by En Vogue. Before You Walk Out of My Life by Monica. It Kills Me by Melanie Fiona. So a lot of people were talking about Beyonce's song, and they were like, this is Robin S. This is Robin S. Robin S. was on the news talking about she had no idea that Beyonce was going to sample this song. Well, Beyonce was like, y'all not gonna throw me under a bus. Speaking of throwing under the bus, we have not talked about Azealia Banks and her going off because there was a rumor that Beyonce was listening to a lot of old school, dance music and things like house music and listening to Azealia Banks. I'm a man of a certain age. Shout out to Wendy Williams. Azealia Banks for me is not the pinnacle of this sound of music. I love what she's done with this sound of music, but Azealia is not the ambassador or the forefront of this music. Okay? But as soon as Azealia heard about that Beyonce allegedly was listening to her music, she went on the biggest rant of a lifetime on her social media. I'll come back to that. Let me just let me say thank you. Thank you so much, Nancy, for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you, the gay dating coach, aka Lamont, for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel as well. And guys, and we're going to talk about Love Match Atlanta too and the ratings. We're going to talk about that too. And we're going to talk about Spaces. I was on their Spaces last night talking about that. Exactly. And Reese says, Azealia Banks isn't old school either. Yeah, that's not that long ago. But I appreciate what Azealia has given to the music. But before we get back to Azealia, I do want to show you what exactly Beyonce sent to Robin S. Okay? So Beyonce sent the message. Let me see if I can enlarge this so you guys can see. First of all, Robin says this in the caption. She says, look at my gift that was just delivered. Just delivered. This comes after Robin was on the news talking about how she had no idea that Beyonce was sampling this song. Well, I don't believe Robin is considered a writer on the song. I don't know. But I know Andrea Martin is. But I don't even think Andrea got the credit for writing the song either, because this is like when she was first starting out. And she told a whole story about that. Don't let me pull up that story. That's a whole other thing. There's too much to cover, okay? So she says, look at my gift that was just delivered. Please read the card. 2 generations of legacies coming together. Beyonce, you are now a part of my legacy, and I am a part of your legacy. Let's ride the wave, baby. May you continue to be that beacon of light, that ray of sunshine, and that hope for the generations to come. Always in my heart, Robin S. All right. And let me just read what Beyonce said. And shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. Let's zoom in, y'all. Zoom in. I'm glad she covered her address. Okay. She says, thank you for being such a huge inspiration. Thank you for paving the way. Love, Beyonce. Yeah, I think that was really Beyonce's signature. I mean, it looks consistent with other signatures that we saw from Beyonce. But that pissed off Azalea too. Because she was like, I ain't getting no flowers. I ain't getting no flowers. No, she didn't say it like that. But here's the thing. The reason why I don't report on every time that Azalea Banks goes on a rant, first of all, I'd be very busy doing that. But I also feel like there's a mental health situation going on with Azalea Banks. And that's part of the reason why I don't report on it. Sidebar, my friends, she was in Miami for a Pride event. Google schmoogle it. She basically was 2 hours late, Azalea Banks, and then walked off the stage after complaining about, all the stuff that people didn't care about. They were like, sing the song. And then she was like half singing the song. Like there's a mental health situation going with Azalea Banks. So I learned a long time ago. I know some of you think I'm new to this, but I'm not. I learned a long time ago after interviewing someone I felt as if had a mental health issue. And I said, never again will I interview someone that might be in this state, or I feel like they might be in this state. I'm not going to exploit someone that might have a mental health issue. And I'm not going to report on or dog them when I clearly see something mental health wise is going on. So that's why I haven't reported on the Azalea Banks situation. But Azalea did go off on a whole tangent about Beyonce using and exploiting her music. And just so you know, that's what was going on over the weekend. Okay. All right. Let's move on. There's so much to cover, but I love it. Welcome to Tuesday Takeover or Takedown Tuesday. I don't know. TT. Let me take a sip. All right. Where do I want to go next? Okay. BET Awards. Okay. Ree, thank you. Yes, Ree says, BET Awards was an absolute joke with very little talent and the most illiterate, inarticulate Black people on TV. It was insulting and it is not culture. Well, there's a lot of things I want to break down in regards to the BET Awards. So yesterday I reported a little bit about the BET Awards, Kanye making a speech in tribute to Diddy. As you know, he was receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. They had a whole performance. Jodeci was there. They even, I don't know, did they get permission? They had to get permission to bring Shine into the country. Because Shine was kicked out, but now he's a politician in Belize. He still sounds the same, but he came out in a suit. Shine looked good. Mary J. Blige performed. Little Kim performed. Kanye spoke about, he had declared himself illegally dead for a year, but he had to come out to show support for Diddy. Diddy is being slammed for mentioning Cassie in his speech. As you know, Cassie's husband and father of her 2 children alluded to Diddy being bisexual. I mean, those rumors have been around for years about Diddy. Just saying. Shout out to Wendy Williams. But they're in a better place. But not only was that a surprise, Mariah made a surprise appearance. I saw my friend Denver. Denver was like, the fact that Lotto was able to get Mariah out to perform when this is not her season. Christmas is just around the corner, y'all. Mariah came out. Mariah makes me I love Mariah. Mariah is a legend and an icon. She is the moment. But I'm always so uncomfortable when Mariah comes out and she can barely move and I'm like, don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall, Mariah. I always feel like she's going to fall. We also had a surprise appearance from Brandy. Shout out to Brandy. I thought that was a stellar performance. I already predicted that her and Jack Harlow would collaborate. I told y'all that was going to happen. Because you remember she came up with the diss track when he didn't know that she was related to Ray J and he wasn't familiar with her song, Angel in Disguise. Mind you, Jack Harlow never danced again. What were those dance moves. I was like, Jack Harlow, you really just showed people. If people didn't know before, they knew then. But I thought it was such a stellar moment. He brought out Lil Wayne. It's so funny how in this industry, people forget so quickly. People forget very quickly. I saw Lil Wayne, I was like, okay. Because when I see Lil Wayne, I still see him in the picture with that man. Speaking of how people quickly forget, Jussie Smollett was at the BET Awards. You know Jussie Lion Smollett. Donna says that Brandy was awesome. She really was. She looked beautiful. I can't believe Brandy is like 40 something years old. 40 something years old. Speaking of Brandy, Kempire, you have to watch College Hill. Oh, is it good? Thank you for another super chat. She says College Hill is hilarious. I'm sending you my log. No, don't send me her log. First of all, the fact that you even sent these super chats, based on what I'm hearing, I can afford the price right now. So thank you for the super chat. I'm mad at you. People are asking, why was Jussie there? Okay. Well, Jussie, as you know, has been convicted. And I get it. BET will support us, our Black people. I just feel like look, he is collaborating with them on a project. But I just felt like this is not a good look. Because, oh, wait a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. My brain's. I'm starting to think. You know, Lil Nas X was calling out BET for not nominating him and alluding, I don't know if he was alluding, especially in Pride Month, alluding that is because he's openly gay. And then BET, did y'all felt like it was performative? It felt very performative when they had that moment when Billy Porter came out to do the whole voguing and the runway walks. I mean, I loved it. I loved that moment in the BET Awards, but it did feel performative. Because why would you have that moment? And Lil Nas X, look, I'm not a big Lil Nas X fan, but he had quite a year. So him not being there or nominated, that felt a little weird. But of course, Billy Porter was like, you want to use me? I'll be there. Google schmoogle. Okay. Jussie Smollett, though. That's why I was thinking Jussie Smollett was also there. They don't care the fact that he was convicted for faking a hate crime. Yes, I know he's appealing it, but he was convicted. I don't even have to say alleged. So, but maybe they're like, no, we need more of the LGBT community on the red carpet. BT, I'm looking at y'all like, look, I mean, it's one thing to support us and love us for real. But that's not a good look for you to have this particular person on your red carpet. But overall, everyone in the live chat, let me know what you guys thought of in regards to the BET Awards overall. Shout out to Lotto. I remember Lotto performing on the small stage. I think it was last year. And this year she's winning Best New Artist. Shout out to Money Long. I remember and interviewed her multiple times when she was Priscilla Renee, major songwriter behind the scenes. Now, that song and her performance, I remember her back in the day. I said, if I had a record label, I would sign this girl right now. And look how sometimes your dream is deferred, y'all, but just keep persisting. The timeline that you consider for yourself may not be the timeline that it needs to play out. Because Money Long has been in the business for years. At least 15, because that's when I was doing my thing with Kempire Radio and she was coming on that platform. So to see her reinvent herself and come out with her own song, and that performance was beautiful, and live vocals, Money Long, we love you. Just saying. I love the fact that she never stopped persisting with her own musical career. She is a talent that you guys have just started to see. Latasha, thank you so much for the super chat. And Natasha says, College Hill had me laughing the entire time. Shut up. Can't wait to discuss with the team. Oh, okay. I got to make a to-do today. Okay, you guys are the ones that gauge what I prioritize. If it's really good, we might have to do a recap tomorrow. Stay tuned. Let me know if y'all want to do this same time, same place tomorrow, College Hill. Speaking of College Hill, Nene was on the red carpet. So was Eva, Real House Ultimate Girls Trip Atlanta. The Atlanta girls were there, and Candy was there. Candy was showing the breasts. Candy looked good. And Nene looked good too. And Nene was on the red carpet with her friend. She was on the red carpet with her friend. Okay. Naomi, that's what she said in a recent interview. Check the video that I did. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hold on. Shout out to Mocha, who's been a member for 9 months. Mocha, Royal Court member. Listen, Ray J is TV gold. He's hilarious, but a mess on College Hill. All right, y'all. I'm gonna make some time today. We got to do it. Kim says her married boyfriend. Amy says, close your looks to married men. All right, y'all. Let me focus because I am going to drop the call-in link for you guys to call in and share your thoughts. Wow, we have 1,200 people and almost 1,300 people in the building. Like the video if you haven't liked it already. Let's get to 500 likes. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting our channel, but other channels will start to show up. Smaller channels, big channels that you've never seen before will start to show up on your algorithm. So support us by supporting us. You're supporting other creators here on the platform. We're also live, of course, on TikTok. We appreciate you being here as well. I know I'm not focused here, but we have our side conversations. We're also live on Twitch and Twitter as well. So the ladies of the Real Housewives of Atlanta were in the building. It would have been interesting to see. Look, it would have been interesting to see them meet up, or like, sort of like how, oh wow, we got so much to talk about. Sort of how Kirk Franklin saw the Zeus Network's president, and some of you may not even know why that's significant, was because Zeus had Kirk Franklin's son on that show, Bad Boys LA, that we don't talk about. But we did talk about Kirk Franklin's son getting arrested. Apparently, Kirk Franklin and his son have mended, and that's how he was able to get out of jail. Okay? Y'all are a mess. I already see some of you in chat. So they were caught, the Zeus Network president and Kirk Franklin were saw having I don't want to say heated, but it didn't seem like, hey, how you doing? It would seem like real serious. Kirk Franklin looking up at him like, that Kirk Franklin performance was great. I love a gospel. Look, I love me some gospel. That was a great performance. Tamar was also there. And as you know, there's a little beef going on between Tamar and Nene. That would have been interesting to see that interaction. All right. Since we're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, let's move away from the BET Awards and talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta after show. Part of me felt like maybe we'll just do a members live where we have a larger conversation about the after show. But the after show, this is the first time since the pandemic started that we have the ladies together. So they're paired off. So there's, I actually have the photos here, y'all. So we have Drew and Candy together. We've got Sonia and Marlo together. We also have Kenya and Sheree together. All right. So the ladies are talking about the episode and the drama that's been going on. Before we get into that, I have to play a clip from Candy's speak on it. So she's talking about what went on in that scene that really irked my nerves when they went to the sauna, and Marlo and Sheree. According to Sheree in the after show, she feels like her and Candy are in a better place when it comes to their friendship. But this is what Candy said in regards to that scene and how there were elements that we missed. Okay.
It did not happen that way.
You're not gonna jump on Joy.
The conversation was much longer. Yes, they had pushed me to the point of tears, but it was way more being said.
Girl.
And I got super, super frustrated because
pushed you to the point of tears.
No. What I'm saying is, when I did say to her, girl, like, how you gonna say I never helped you? Like, I helped you get a whole TV show, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, they cut that out.
Yeah, but then she tried to be like, oh, you didn't, she said, I never wanted to be on TV. It was like, that really infuriated me, because I was like, what?
I would have been like, well, what the fuck are we doing right now?
I was like,
and you just stab me and you break me down.
I just got so mad. I got
you never wanted to be on TV. Well, what is all of this, ma'am?
So clearly, they probably didn't want any of that to be in it, because that was talking about something from another network. I get it. But just to explain to you guys why I was so pissed, like, when people are trying to make you look like something that you aren't, like,
right.
Look, we talked about that scene at length yesterday during our Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. So if you missed that, be sure. I barely ever have time to go back and rewatch, but sometimes it's important for me to go back and rewatch and figure out how we can make this show better and make myself better in how I present this information to you. But not me laughing at myself. A lot of you loved it when I did my Simon Gobadia voice. Wait, do I have it? Wait, is this it?
No.
Is this it? No. Is this it? I don't remember, y'all. It's all right, though. How do I sound now? Do I sound normal? I hope I do. Gigi says the after show was good. Carmen says, did y'all realize that Drew is wearing the same purple dress as Mel from... Oh, wait a second. Let's go back. There's a few dresses that the ladies have shared from Love and Marriage, Huntsville, and... Oh, it is the same dress. Oh my gosh, it is the same dress. Well, there were a couple of dresses, and even Candy wore a dress that all of the ladies seem to be sharing. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Sheila says Simon G is perfect. All right. Danielle says we should have a watch party of College Hill tonight. We might. For those that have watched, can I watch it with, like, there's nothing that I need to like censor, because TikTok is real specific about that stuff. So I don't want to get banned on TikTok if there's something that they say or do, or if there's like cussing that's not bleeped out and stuff like that. Thank you, Danielle, for the super chat. Ree says, Kenya called the scene fake on Twitter. It's fake AF. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to talk about this, because yeah, she was calling out Marlo again, but in the after show, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was definitely calling Marlo out for being fake. And she even compared Marlo to Mark Daly, her ex. Like, she's one way in front of you, but then says another thing. And we went and dug deep into that yesterday, but they talk a lot about it during the RHOA After Show, which I found to be enjoyable. It's like 23 minutes. And I found it to be enjoyable because they don't just talk about Marlo, they talk about Drew's Drop It with Drew at length. And yes, we talked about yesterday some of the things that Sheree said. But one thing I can agree with, and Drew admitted during the after show, that she's just an ambassador. This person that she's known for, it's another family friend, like the Prophet. We didn't forget about the Prophet. Some of you forgot about the Prophet, but she threw that Prophet under the bus really quickly. So wouldn't be surprised if she throws Jackie under the bus really quickly. But Jackie threw her under the bus, revealing, I had this business 5 years ago. All right. Let me just kind of go over some of the things. So they talk about Drop It with Drew. So the ladies have found this business to be questionable, but she has now admitted that I don't know if she even has any ownership of this business. Right now, she's saying that she is an ambassador. Life is so says, I haven't forgotten about the Prophet situation. Stacey Dash is a clown. Yeah, word on the street, Stacey Dash leaves mid-season of the College Hill episodes. Let me see. Exactly. Lily says another family friend. That's why I'm kind of looking at it with the side eye. Thank you, Diana. Shout out to all our mods. Thank you, Diana, for always keeping everybody alert to what's happening here on the channel, and also welcoming everyone into the chat. We appreciate you. And again, guys, if you haven't gotten your merch, go get your merch. I'm telling you, come Friday, it's not going to be available. And I'm wearing some of it. Hold on. Yesterday I had this on in white. Today we have this. Okay. All right. Get your merch here. So they talk a lot about Drop It with Drew. And just when I think they were done with the conversation about Drop It with the Drew, it comes back up at the end of the after show. So we Sonia, I mean, I can't be mad at Sonia. She was right. They literally have footage of Drew trying to do a squat and she's not able to do a squat properly. And that goes back to, if you're going to do something, you have to really believe in it. And Drew's not convincing me that she is about this life. Yes, there are plenty of people that aren't fitness aficionados, but they want to work out and they have a passion for it. I don't believe you have a passion for fitness. I believe you were like, oh, here's another business that I can promote on the show and get a little penny from. I try not to do that here. I really try not to do that here. That's why it's taken us so long to do a merch. But I was like, it's Pride Month. I have this idea. Let's go with it. And this was also testing it out, testing this specific company out. I mean, I didn't take forever to do this like Sheree, but Sheree has a lot to say when she really should be quiet. During the after show, though, she says that she feels like her and Candy are in a better place. As you heard Candy say that there was a lot more to that conversation that we did not get to hear. Kenya versus Marlo is continuing. And honestly, straight shooter, I'm fair. I felt like Marlo was a lot funnier during the after show than she's been during the season or in the moment when they're filming in the moment, not during her confessionals. And I don't know if that's because it's pre-produced or she's getting someone to write her reads. I don't know what it is, but she was a lot. Anyone else feel that? I feel as if she was a lot funnier in the RHOA after show. I was like, she's making me laugh. She drags Drew, but Drew doesn't make a big deal of it. But she really does drag Drew multiple times about her business. And I actually find it funny. Felicia says, Kemp, you need to counsel Sheree. Give her some tips on getting her merch out. She doesn't need me to give. Well, I mean, okay, she needs help, but she doesn't need me to do it. Next minute, she's going to say that I was trying to sleep with her. That's why it didn't happen. And then y'all already going to know, like, that is a Sheree. I mean, your butt did look good in those tights, but not that good. The vibrating panty story. I know you all are tired of it. Candy, straight shooter. Candy, you need to just apologize. I don't care if Kenya is sexualized in other moments. If it bothered her in this moment, and Kenya reveals in the after show why it bothered her in this moment, and that was because of everything that happened with Phaedra and Apollo. And I was like, oh, wow, I didn't think about that. But apparently Candy and Kenya had the conversation because Candy brought it up. She's like, I get what Kenya's saying now because of, she's been slut shamed on the show over the years because of a particular situation. She didn't want to bring up Phaedra's name. But Kenya did. She was like, all of that stuff. And now you want to have me wearing these vibrating panties around other people's husbands. And honestly, Candy, if it was a remote that specifically worked for those panties, that specific panty that the person was wearing, I'd be like, okay. But the fact that someone else could vibrate off of someone else's remote, I was like, you're going too far. And I just wish you would just own it. And I know you're a Taurus and you're stubborn, but just own it. Like, you know what? I was wrong. If it made you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. If it was just a couple's, even if it was a couple's trip, I wouldn't necessarily like it. Drew said she was happy for it. I was like, to each their own. But if people are uncomfortable, they're uncomfortable. Conchita says, where can I watch the after show? The after show is available on Bravo's YouTube channel. And it's probably also available on their website, bravotv.com. You're welcome, Bravo. All right, let's move on. Because we're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta after show, we got to talk about the ratings. Let me share my screen. Look at my elephant brain. It's working today, y'all. I am so proud of me. Look, I am so proud of me. Before we talk about their ratings, let's talk about the Love and Marriage Huntsville ratings. Okay, let's talk about those ratings. This is coming from our friends over at TV Deets on Twitter. Shout out to them. So the ratings for this week's episode, which was so much better than last week's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, but still not great. But the ratings were pretty consistent. 468,000 viewers for Saturday night. All right. Let's take a look at the ratings for Love and Marriage Huntsville, though. I mean, DC. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go back. Not bad for them. I feel like they've been pretty consistent as well. So Love and Marriage DC, a 0.5 demo. Persons between 18 and 49 with 291,000 viewers. That's not bad. That's not bad for this new show. I mean, it's a big drop, though, when you think about their lead-in is Huntsville. So a lot of people are checking out afterwards. I haven't checked to see what Nightcap is doing, but according to Carlos, it's doing very well. This show comes on after this, so very well. Maybe for the network, for a new show, maybe it is. But if the ratings are almost 300,000 here, I wonder what Nightcap is doing. And a lot of you said he needs to stop screaming. And I have to agree. I'm like, Carlos, just take these notes. There are certain things that people say to me that I ignore, but there's certain things that I'm like, maybe I should change that. I like constructive criticism. Please stop yelling. Let's see the ratings for RHOA. So the ratings for RHOA, and I know a lot of people are like, stop making excuses for them. People are watching. RHOA, one of our top live recaps is RHOA. People show up and show out for RHOA. So no matter what the streets may be saying, what the ratings may be saying, people are still watching the show. People are wanting to understand, more or learn more about the show and talk about the show. People are still engaged. All right. The fact that we're even here just talking a smidgen about RHOA, we have almost 1,400 people here. And guys, we're going to drop the call-in link. Oh, okay. I'm going to drop the call-in link. Normally, I would drop it for our Royal Court members first, but I'm going to drop it to the live chat. Because, we would like to change things up. Okay. Let me do this. All right. We're going to change this up. Let me just drop this link. And we're going to talk about the ratings for RHOA. So keep in mind, RHOA is on Sunday nights. July 10th is when Married to Medicine is coming back. A lot of you are excited about Married to Medicine coming back. More than likely, Married to Medicine will replace our Monday evening recaps that we normally do with DC. But DC is about to wrap up, so we might just start incorporating DC with our Huntsville recaps on Sunday afternoons. All right, let me take a sip. All right. Oh, Twan Don's here. Twan, what's going on? Twan, thank you so much for the super chat. Twan says, honestly, I don't see where Candy went wrong. Okay. See, Twan always gives us a different insight. If they were white, everybody would have had a blast. What? Kenya be reaching sometimes, and that's my girl. Oh, wow. You think? I don't know. I mean, I honestly get where both Marlo and Kenya are coming from with that, to be honest. But look, here on our platform, everyone has a right to their opinion as long as everyone's being respectful. Okay? All right. Let's get into the ratings for RHOA. So RHOA's ratings dropped this week. Damn. So the ratings for episode 8 of season 14, a 0.21 demo with 722,000 viewers. Last week it was like 800 and something thousand viewers. And look what the person says before. TLC Entertainment says RHOA aired at 8 p.m. with the BET Awards. Some people tuned in at the beginning of the BET Awards. It's common sense at this point. It's clear RHOA have the most haters and want them to fail. It will be back up. To be honest with you, look, I do believe BET Awards definitely affected it. We can't deny that. It's going to be affected. Next week, when there's, oh no, then damn it, next week has another excuse. It's 4th of July weekend. So there are some excuses. Sunday nights is a difficult thing. And I think I didn't think about this before until today. Beverly Hills, yes, the ratings have been consistent, but Beverly Hills is in the middle of the week. Nothing else is going on. They don't really have a lot of competition. People are at work. People are going to watch TV. Sunday nights, the last few Sundays, there have been Juneteenth. We got July 4th. We got the BET Awards. It's Pride Month. It's summer. Everyone's outside. I'm not making excuses, but I'm just saying, this is pretty low. This is probably some of the lowest that they've seen since the beginning of the show. We shall see. We shall see. I'm still riding with I'm entertained. I'm not feeling the way that I feel about 90 Day Fiancé. I feel like 90 Day Fiancé has jumped ship, but 90 Day Fiancé is still getting the ratings. Over 1 million people are watching, but I think those are like diehard 90 Day Fiancé folks. So it's interesting because like what I need to Google schmoogle. Can someone just look up the Nielsen ratings for 90 Day Fiancé Sunday night? They usually are like number 1, 90 Day Fiancé, and that's a terrible season. Oh, damn. But let's be real, Dom. The people that are watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills are not watching basketball. I didn't even know that. So congratulations, though. What was it? I know it was Steph Curry's team. Look, the stuff. I don't know those things. Come on. Kimberly says, I watched the BET Awards. I'll be back next week for RHOA. Just saying. Felicia says, I don't want to sit next to my friends while they have orgasms. It's weird. K11. See, I'm just saying. Dom says, not true. A lot of women. I'm not saying that. Yes, there are women, but the hardcore Real Housewives fans, they're not watching basketball. Just saying. Golden State. Thank you so much, Beverly. Damn. Sidebar. Aisha Curry has a line at QVC. I got these sheets. They are fantastic, Aisha. 100% cotton. I loved it. I love it. All right, anyways. Oh, Marsha says, Bay Area native here. Don't do it. All right. Leave me alone. Yes, sheets. Well, a comforter set. It was a comforter set. Aisha has things over at QVC. This is what we talk about, y'all. We talk about a whole range of different topics. Replay crew, we have forgotten about you. What are your thoughts on any of what we're talking about? From the BET Awards to Beyonce Backlash to the RHOA ratings. Speaking of ratings, you know, we talk about Love Match Atlanta. We did a recap of Love Match Atlanta Sunday night. I was part of the Love Match Atlanta Spaces conversation yesterday. So they were giving us tea on all of that. Let's see what the ratings were for Love Match Atlanta this week. And look, I'm going to give them the excuse of the BET Awards because I still enjoy this show. I thought they had a solid season. As you know, they changed up their times quite a few times. But the ratings were quite low. And it's probably based on what I remember, this was definitely their lowest. And this came on after Watch What Happens Live. So RHOA had 700 and something thousand viewers. Watch What Happens Live, let's go there, had 508,000 views. It aired right after, or for some of you that DVR, it was attached to your RHOA show. 500. This is like the best ratings they've ever received, at least in the last year. Okay. So RHOA definitely helped the show. And I believe if they had kept Love Match Atlanta right behind it, it would have benefited from that as well. But they just dropped the ball on it. And here's the thing. And I do this week, and it's not because I hate Andy Cohen. No, it's the real. If Love Match Atlanta was an Andy Cohen production, that show would be right after Real Housewives of Atlanta, but they prioritized the failing. Watch What Happens Live over Love Match Atlanta, and they pushed that back. Okay, so and you notice it too. Real Housewives of Dubai, they didn't move that. They kept that right. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Dubai, And then it's the 2.5 hours of Andy Cohen production. But anyways, I've digressed. We have quite a few people backstage, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. If you missed the Twitter Spaces conversation that I had with the matchmakers on Twitter last night, be sure to check the gay dating coach. If we can post the link to their to Lamont's Twitter in the live chat, that would be greatly appreciated. So you guys can head on over there and check that out. But I've also retweeted it on my Twitter. So if you go to my Twitter, you can also see it there. A link so you can listen to us talk about the season overall. There was also some tea that was dropped by Shay during that as well. So check all that out, and hopefully they will get a second season and we will see more of Lamont. I really feel like they lost an opportunity by not highlighting Lamont more on the show. Actually I think people would have been like, wow, we've never seen gay men being hooked up by a matchmaker on television. The more I thought about it when we were recapping, I was just like, oh my God, why are they not showing this? Okay. Now y'all talking about sports. Get out of here with the sports. I'm joking. Don't talk about sports in my live chat. I'm joking. Ari says, Andy split with his ex and he's single father now, so he's not as much fun anymore. What tea are you spreading, Ree? What ex? I've never known Andy Cohen to have a serious relationship. Courtney says, I love Match. Wish we had more of the cute married gay man, Lamont. Mickey, I mean, look, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Bravo will renew Love Match because, look, in all fairness, OWN is great. And I know a lot of people think that it's Black owned. Technically, Oprah owns 5% now. She went from owning a lot to now 5%. That's business. But it is Black focused, the network. But Bravo just has a bigger audience. So I would hope that they would renew it. And there's just so much more to show. Laughing at your unbridled disdain for what? It's not, honestly, I know people think that I hate Andy Cohen or I hate Watch What Happens Live. I just feel like don't prioritize a show that doesn't deliver in the ratings over a new show. I get it. It's just easier to like, oh, let's push Andy up. Any other show would be canceled with the ratings that Watch What Happens Live. The inconsistency. Oh, okay, Lamont, I would watch that. I'll find Andy a guy. Word on the street, he like black man. The French lady, thank you so much for the super chat. French lady says Kenya will blame her. Kenya will be blamed for their husband zapping her. Oh, I see what you're saying. She would be to blame. I just don't see them doing that, but I get what you're saying. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, that's Lamont. That's the gay dating coach, guys. Be sure to follow him on Twitter and all that stuff. Lamont, we got to link up for the podcast so we can talk about gay dating. Just saying. All right. I know. I just haven't had time to reach out. It's been busy. All right. Let me focus. Guys, if you haven't already, let's get to 700 likes. We have almost 1,400 people in here for our recaps of reality TV news, pop culture news. We've covered a lot. And we have quite a few people backstage. And I'm going to bring some folks up. Let me just say thank you to Twan the Don. Thank you so much for the super chat. Twan says, if Kenya can keep bringing up twirl this and twirl that, Kenya can bring up her sex toy line. At least one of them making money off of something. Twan, where is this vitriol coming from against your girl? Did y'all get in a fight? I agree, Diana. I have all these ideas. There were a few people that I was going to have on for Pride Month. I just been like, y'all know I'm busy. There's certain things I have the great idea for. Do I have? No, I have more than enough time. I got to stop saying that. Okay. All right, let's get to some callers, y'all. Let's get to some calls. I just want to make sure I covered everything that I wanted to cover. Did I? I did. Look at me, guys. And again, if you guys have ideas for what we need to add to our Tuesday takeover. I saw some of you sent in the Omarion and beef that he's having with B2K. I just felt like at this point, I saw that over the weekend. Some stories I'm over with, and those guys will forever be beefing. And it's sad because some of these groups are just so much better together than they are alone. Just saying. But if you want to call in and weigh in, feel free. Okay. All right. Let me drop the call in link. We have a few people backstage. We got Autumn's mom. We've got Live of Deshunta. We got In My Opinion. We got Kate Bidjum. We got Chicago Red. We're gonna get to some callers. Let me just drop the link again, and we're gonna wrap it up after this. We're gonna wrap it up after this because I got more stories to do. And again, guys, if you missed the story that I posted this morning about Wendy Williams is giving more details about her podcast. Okay, I'm excited. All right, let me bring up Autumn's mom. What's going on, Autumn's mom?
Hi, how you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well. I called in just to say I do not agree with the fact that Candy owes Kenya an apology. And I'll tell you why. In my opinion, yes, from watching the after show, I got more of a reason why Kenya felt the way that she did. So now I don't feel as though Kenya was being as stuck in the mud as I originally thought that she was. So it put it in more context. But even with that being said, Candy gave that to everybody ahead of time. And she said that you can wear it. It wasn't a prerequisite. It wasn't you have to. So if Kenya did not want to wear it or felt uncomfortable with wearing it, just don't wear the panties, and you didn't have to explain to anybody why you didn't want to participate or why you felt as though that wasn't a game you wanted to partake in. To me, by you then not wearing them, but now continuing to make a big deal out of it, kind of like Candy said, suck the fun out of the original intention, which was just to have fun. That was it. That was all. No one put you in a bad situation. No one was just thinking about you and only you. She was just thinking about how can we have a moment and something fun. And if you want to partake in it, join in. And if not, so be it. So I don't get why this is being talked about 3-4 weeks later after the trip. That's ridiculous.
Good point. I appreciate you, Autumn's mom. Now you kind of made me like, well, you got a point. You got a point. Okay.
They're all grown.
I love to twerk on the fence. Here, I'm twerking.
It's not like she gave it to them and said, hey, go in the bathroom and change into these now. No one would have known if she had on the panties or didn't. She could have said, oh, it didn't go with my outfit. I didn't feel like whatever.
Like Sheree said,
exactly.
I got the remote.
Exactly. And then as far as 90 Day Fiancé, I don't know. I think I'm checking out of this whole franchise. It's given me, you keep saying Karen vibes, but it's been consistent and it's getting worse and it's getting worse. And it's also kind of what Bravo's giving me with how they are ignoring a lot of things that a lot of different people are doing. If we allow them to ignore things, then and only speak up when it affects us, then we're to blame. You see what I'm saying? With so much stuff going on in our country, I think we have to stay focused on a lot of stuff. And this is a good escapism for a moment, but we can't get distracted with foolishness and, just have this kind of stuff clouding our judgment or, just really just distracting us. I can't with, what's them people's names? The last one, Kobe and
Emily.
And Emily. Yeah, I can't. Like every time I watch it, I physically get mad. And what do you do with anger and you can't do anything about it, But then I'm like, who am I mad at? Am I mad at Emily for being who she is, Kobe for staying there, taking what you're taking, the production company for showing it to me, or myself for watching? Well, let me start with me. And it's myself for watching this foolishness. I don't have to, and you're not going to get paid for me watching it. So I'm going to start with self-accountability.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Well, that's
Okay.
all I have for today.
Thank you so much for calling in. You got me twerking on the fence. Thank you so much for
Okay.
calling in. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye
You
bye.
too. I mean, she brought up some valid points, and this is why I say it's important for everyone to have an open mind. I know some people are like, oh, you just you always try to play both sides of the fence. No, there literally Autumn's mom just brought up some valid points in regards to the Kandi and Kenya Marlo situation in regards to that. And I was like, well, you know what? When you put it that way, and I guess maybe it's the way that Kandi explained it that just wasn't convincing. I was just like, but okay. All right. Twerking with Kemp. Rebecca says, I feel so bad for Kobe. He needs to get out of that house. I guarantee Emily will act different when she isn't being enabled and spoiled by her parents. Good point. Good point. Tay says, BT Awards was good. Congrats to all the winners. Congrats, Diddy, on your Lifetime Achievement Award. Diddy is the OG of hip hop. If you saw my video yesterday on Kanye at the, and his tribute to Diddy, I had to think, seeing all those artists come out to celebrate him, I was just like, he has an impeccable legacy, but I feel as if to have that legacy, you kind of want to see those people are still thriving. You know what I mean? And it's not to say that some of them aren't, but I just would wish we had more, specifically the bad boy folks. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the people that we saw, it was more people that he helped produce when he was a part of Uptown, not necessarily, you know what I mean? All right. Not the Lifetime Theft Award, Y'all are a mess. Let me get to the rest of the callers. All right. Life of Deshunta, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on? You're muted.
Hey, Kempire. Hey,
Oh,
can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. I'm sorry. I'm in like a bad area.
That's okay.
Just listening. What I was going to say, I think Drew may have an issue with finding the right words because just like, just like her mommy makeover, I
Mhm.
thought about it, and I have a friend who had that like a couple years ago, and even after a year after she had it, she still had to wear her compression garments, and the incision sites were still sore. She had to keep getting her massages, all
Mm.
that maintenance afterwards. And I'm like, Drew never mentioned anything about the aftercare. Were you able to sit down on your way home from
Mm.
the surgeon? Because the mommy makeover is like a boob lift, um, tummy tuck, in which they literally pull their tummies down and make this like snatched waist, and then a
Mm.
BBL. And I'm like, she does not have a surgery, not body shaming at all, but the girls who look snatched fresh off the table. And I'm like, maybe she used the wrong words. Just like
Fresh
she
off the
said
table.
business,
Mm.
maybe she meant she's joining in as an ambassador for the other lady's business. So it's a business, but not just her business. And she has a program she's trying to launch. But I
Mm.
was like, maybe she just finds the wrong words, and instead of finding the right words, she just embellishes a little, like sprinkle a little garnish on top of the meal, just a little razzle dazzle to make the lie keep going. And I think that was about it. Oh, with Kenya, I think the reason she drug it out, she got a good 2 or 3 extra episodes out of it without going into in depth into her business. So hey, why not whine about the panties you didn't have to put on or didn't even wear? They probably were still back in Georgia.
Oh, good point. They probably were.
Yeah, she didn't even pack them. But anywho, I'm gonna go on and get out the way. It was
Thank
good
you so much
talking
for
to
calling
you.
in.
No problem. Talk to you later.
Bye. All right, let me see. We have, in my opinion, we got Kate Pitcham, we got Chicago Red, and I believe we have one other person. I just can't pull the person up right. Oh, there we go. We got Miss Beverly backstage. All right. I'm going to bring up Miss In My Opinion first. What's going on, Miss In My Opinion?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm blessed by the best. Let me tell you, Kempire, I'm so over 90 Day Fiance because of the simple fact that I feel like I just want to jump through the TV sometime and strangle Ariella, whatever her
Mhm.
name is. Cause baby, you getting on my last nerve. Like, she pushed this boy through so much. It's like, first she complains about, we got to have money to pay for this stuff. And then she said, well, you can't work. And, and it's just, it's so cringy. It really is. It's like, oh my God. And it's just making me angry. But on a good note, let me tell you, if you're looking for two good shows, Seeking Sister Wives and P Valley is
P Valley too. Let me write this stuff down.
Yeah. Uncle Clifford is working on the ceiling now.
Working on the ceiling.
Yes, baby. I don't know if he had a body double, but it was off the chain. Let me tell you. Now, I don't watch no BET Awards, so I can't watch no BET Awards. Now, my Wednesdays is full. Okay, Kempire. It ain't sports. But my Wednesday's full, but I do make time to watch, my Wednesday shows. But let me tell you something. All these apps and services that we paying for, like, I feel like we all need a discount. They need to pay all of us.
I hear BT Plus though has a discount going on right now. That sounds amazing. So I'll let y'all know. Maybe BET will give this black man his discount code.
Well, let me tell you, if you get the BET app now, Eva got her show on there, and it's pretty good.
I heard that was good too. A lot of people are saying that.
All the King's Men, it's pretty good.
If I'm gonna pay for it, I'm gonna make sure I squeeze.
She a gangster on there. I don't know where she got this gangster mentality from, but she a gangster on there. Like, she hardcore, she killing people and everything. And like, pick that body up, But I love it. I'm here for it.
All right, in my opinion. Let me get some more callers, but thank you so much.
See you later, honey.
See you. Bye. Y'all are a mess, okay? Vanessa says, as a Libra, I can't wait to buy a Twerking on the Fence merch. Yes, Libras. Just saying. All right. No, Seeking Sister Wives is on TLC, right? I believe, and it's also available on the Discovery Plus app. Discovery, where's my check? Just saying. Or our discount code at the very least. All right. Let me bring up Kay. I'm going to bring up Kay. Hold on. Hey, Kay, what's going on? Hello? Are you there?
Hello?
Kay? Yes. Can you hear me?
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Well, I can't hardly hear you.
I can barely hear you too. Are you ready?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now a little bit better. Can you hear me?
I must have a really bad connection. Anyways, I'm just going to say Eva looked beautiful at the BET Awards. What is up with the Azalea Banks and Beyonce feud going on?
Well, it can't be a feud.
Look at your face when I mentioned that. And then, let's see. I agree with Autumn's mom about the Candy Kenya situation. And there was something else I was going to say. I can't remember. Anyways, you guys have a great day. I love your show. Have a good day.
Thank you. I have to say this in regards to the Azalea Banks and Beyonce feud. It can't be a feud if one person's fighting. There's literally a meme someone posted on Twitter about the Azalea versus Beyonce, and it's literally this person fighting with an empty chair. Just fighting with an empty chair. Fighting with an empty chair. And Beyonce don't respond to her. Can you imagine if Beyonce responded to Azalea Banks? That would break the internet. Okay? That would break the internet. All right. Chicago, are you ready for me? I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Chicago?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can. So I only have one comment.
Okay.
And that is, I can speak from a personal experience as it relates to Drop It with Drew. I am in the Chicago area.
Okay.
I attend one of the camps in the suburbs of Chicago. The camp is not Drop It with Drew. It's a fat loss camp. And I know Jackie. I know her husband. They both own all 6 of the locations that Drew mentioned here in Chicago, in Georgia, Florida, and I think there may be one more. I could be wrong. But I've been on the program for a while. I've dropped a lot of weight. We just celebrated our 41st 100-pound loser. The problem is Drew has a horrible time explaining herself, and someone just said that.
Yeah.
She has a piss poor way of explaining her position. And I'm a straight shooter.
Chicago.
Chicago. And so she is the face of the Drop It with Drew program, but Drop It with Drew is a segment of the program. The actual program, it's just a little segment. It's not the whole program. Drop It with Drew is a 21-day program, and their focus is a 6-week program. So it's a total of 42 days. And a lot of people do several challenges back to back. And that's where you get the people who lost hundreds of pounds.
Okay. But she doesn't own that portion either. And who came up with that?
I don't know about the ownership. They may pay her to use her name, for licensing. But as far as the actual program, no, that's not hers.
And that's new. That's a new portion that they've added. Because you said you've been a part of this for a while.
For a while, yes. When I started, we did not have the Drop It with Drew, but that's probably because when I started, Drew was not on Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah. When she after her first season with the Housewives, that's when this program came into effect. In fact, it's been since the pandemic that program started.
Wow.
Yeah.
And have you done it yourself? Drop It with Drew?
I didn't do Drop It with Drew because I always do the 6-week program.
Okay.
A lot of people will do the Drop It with Drew because the program costs less than the 6 weeks. You know, yeah, it's an abbreviated version of the 6-week program. That's all.
Oh, and how much does the normal 6-week program cost?
Now, see that I don't know because I've paid. I've always paid.
Jackie.
I pay the maximum amount because with the maximum amount you can roll over. So let's say with the 6-week program, I drop my 20 pounds. If I drop my 20 pounds, then I get to go into the next 6 weeks at no cost to me.
Oh.
And I've rolled over several times.
Who are you?
I've lost like 60 pounds.
Oh, and that is not easy. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. And it's really hard in Chicago because there's so much to eat.
Much good food in Chicago.
Yes.
Wow. So based on your experience and being, in the Chicago area, have you heard people comment on Drop It with Drew and their success with that or lack of success or how they feel about it?
The program, again, it's Drop It with Drew in name only. Oh. The trainers, you go to the camps, you can do it at the camp or you can do it virtually. I prefer at camp because I'm one of those kids that need a teacher in front of me telling me I can't be left to my own devices to do stuff. But at the camp, you have several trainers. There are different programs every day, several different types. So you have boxing, you have extreme hip hop, step. You have what they were showing on the episode. Yeah, that was probably in line with our regular fat loss plan or workout. And the workouts are 40 minutes. It's like 30 minutes of weight and resistance, and then 10 minutes of cardio.
How did you feel? Because I'm sure you watched the episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. How did you feel about Drew and her, being a part of that exercise? Because for a lot of people, they're like, for someone that's an ambassador, even if you don't own the company, as an ambassador, she didn't seem to know what she was doing.
And that's what I'm saying. I think Drew knows because she's not dumb. She's very smart. Mm-hmm. But I think when it comes to explaining things, some people just explain things very succinctly. Mm-hmm. Whereas others struggle with their words. They're so busy trying to make sure they say it right that they're saying it wrong. Mm. And that's what I'm seeing with Drew, because I've been watching this whole season with her explaining this program. I'm like, no, Drew, just tell them what it is. Just say it.
Well, do you think maybe it's not even just that she's not able to explain it? Maybe she hasn't done the homework to be able to explain it?
So the owners are they're just as smart. They're in fact, they're damn near brilliant. But I think that they've done everything that they can do to make sure that Drew has all of the tools that she needs to explain it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put her in that position.
Oh.
Because this is their business.
Yeah.
And when you and they pump money into this thing every day. Yeah. And when you have someone that's the face of a portion of the business, you want to make sure that they have the proper information, they're giving the right details. And I don't think that Drew was expecting the other housewives to question her.
So she didn't read the details that the owners may have given her.
Right. And so I just think, as the previous person said, Drew has a very hard time explaining herself. But the program, it works.
And you are showing us exactly how it does. Thank you so much for calling.
They call me Team Too Much at the camp.
Oh, wow. Damn. Well, we appreciate you. I love it when people that have actually tried something call in and explain it, because I feel like this was fair and honest, and we appreciate you doing that. My
pleasure.
Take care.
I just want to set the record straight.
And we appreciate that. So you would say definitely do the program, because hello.
Absolutely. And tell them Sharice sent you. That's my real name, Sharice.
Okay, Sharice. Thank you so much for calling in.
Take care.
Bye. I love that. You never know who's watching. You never know who's going to call in. Drew, we might be saving your business. Your business. Hold on. Sneaky, I'm glad I saw this. So Sneaky says, Kempire, not sure if someone already said this, but on Watch What Happens Live, Ross said it was his remote that was buzzing Sonia. It was delayed, so he didn't realize that it was his remote that was working. Oh, I did not see that, Sneaky. So thank you for pointing that out. So I'm glad that we have this opportunity on Tuesdays to sort of kind of get more information. Wow. Right? Vanessa says, I vote for this caller to be the ambassador instead of Drew. So it seems as if we don't know for sure that the owners did give Drew all the information, and maybe she just didn't do her homework. Sherry says Drew is a terrible communicator. Yeah. And I think some people have said that about Candy this week too. So we shall see. But I'm glad when people can call in and clear the record. Let's take these last couple of callers, because I have not eaten. And y'all see what time it is here in New York. Just saying. All right. Let me bring up Dewan. Hold on one second. Dewan, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Kempire? How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well. I haven't had a chance to call in a while, but I did want to say I went to OLG. I was in Atlanta, and I seen the whole crew. Everybody was there. I sat at the bar for a while. The food was good. The drinks were good. Candy's making her coin because it was expensive.
No!
But it was. She's definitely making her coin, but it was worth it. It was a good vibe. Chandrika, all of the whole crew was there. But I
was Chandrika nice and helpful?
Yeah, Chandrika was cool. I mean, from what I observed, and like I said, I was at the bar, so I was like, when you see someone from TV, you can't help but stare sometimes. So I just kept watching all of them. And she seemed really cool for real. And everybody, obviously was trying to get photos and stuff, but it was a cool vibe, definitely.
Okay, but expensive.
Very, yeah.
Do you mind us asking how much you spent and what you got?
I had the fish platter. My friend had the chicken. And I think we had an appetizer and like 2 drinks a piece, and we paid like $150 something.
Oh. I guess, yeah.
I thought for 2 pieces of fish it was a little expensive.
But was the fish good?
The fish was good. It was good. They definitely use a different seasoning down there, but it was. And I'm also used to whiting. They use Alaskan. Because I'm in Maryland, we have the best seafood. So.
Oh yeah.
I have high standards.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah. But overall, really, really good experience, though. Definitely there.
What did your friend say about the chicken? Because we talked a lot about the chicken when we reviewed Candy and the Gang. Was the chicken good?
Yeah, she liked it. I had a wing. again, different seasoning, but it was still, I enjoyed it. The mac and cheese was the only thing that I was just like, this is very different. I was thinking like baked mac and cheese, but it was actually like it may have been like a white cheddar cheese and it had like, I don't know what it was, maybe bacon in it or something. Yeah.
Was it good?
It had a good taste to it. Yeah. I enjoyed it, but I was expecting like baked mac cheese. You know how you
like typical.
Southern. Yeah, exactly. Greens were good too, though. Also, I had the greens. The greens were good. Yeah, threw some hot sauce up on there. But yeah. So the experience was well. And I forgot actually what I just wanted to quickly say I was upset because I just started watching the Love Match Atlanta literally this last episode, and I was expecting it to be more. And I actually was intrigued with Paris and what's the guy?
Joseph.
I was about to say Jeremiah. Yeah, their whole storyline. I really liked Shay, I think her name was. So I hope they bring it back. It was a really, really good season finale. And obviously, I watched Atlanta, loved it. I love Marlo, so I was excited to see her in Kenya. It's just nostalgia,
yeah,
for them too. So I thought overall good season, but like you said, so much going on this summer. The ratings won't be there probably, but I'll definitely be tuning in.
All right, Dewan, thank you so much for telling us about your experience. And again, guys, if you have an experience at one of these housewives establishments, please feel to call in or join our Discord or send a bat signal to me so I can find out. Dewan, thank you so much for calling in.
Of course, no problem. See you soon.
See ya. Wow. All right. I know some of you are on lunch break and some of you have to get back. So let's take these last couple of callers. Again, don't forget to like the video. We are so close. Oh, no, we are at 700 likes. We have 1,100 people here, though. So let's get to 800. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting our channel, but other channels as well are supported when you like our video because they will start to show up on your algorithm. People that watch similar things to you will show up on their algorithm. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are almost at 140,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, wait. Speaking of, I forgot to mention this. Tuesday Takeover is a mix of hot topics, pop culture news, reality TV recaps, reality TV. Cardi B has a new song coming out with Kanye West and Lil Durk on Friday, and it's called Hot-ish. I mean, I don't cuss like that, but first of all, the picture alone, I'm like, she looks good. I liked Cardi B's first album. I thought it was actually a really good sort of like mix of hip hop and pop music. So she has a new song coming out on Friday. And I think the album's almost done. All right, let me take this down. Let me bring up Miss Beverly's backstage. I'm going to bring her up. What's going on, Miss Beverly?
Hey, Kempire, how are you today?
Well, how are you?
I'm good. First and foremost, I don't watch 90 Day Fiance, but I think I'm going to have to binge watch and catch up because I love your emotions when you recap it. You saw
I feel bad if you start watching with this season because you're like, why is he talking about this show?
Yes, but a few things I want to say. Maybe with Drew, when she is trying to explain because the women are coming at her so hard,
yeah.
she gets flustered because I do remember her saying she's the face. Then she tried to explain that it's the 21 days and the weight loss and the meal prep, but they don't really give her a chance to complete what she's saying. And then I'm thinking she just gets a little flustered, like the caller say, which by the way, she was gorgeous. As far as the BET and the honor that Diddy got, I'm kind of like with you. His roster for Bad Boy was not sustained either. They're deceased or destitute. His success is more so with Uptown Records than with the Bad Boy label itself. I watched just a smidget of the after show, and I'm going to go back and watch it. But Sheree has the audacity to call Drop It With Drew a scam, the lady who had a fashion show with no fashions. And also, did you ever notice when Sheree does not want to fully admit to something, she starts getting this little crazy look on her face and scratching her head like, I don't remember, the way she did Candy when Candy was asking her about what Kim said. So she has this stupid look, and I'm like, Sheree, stop it. And also, let's see. Oh, as far as BET Plus, they do have good shows, but the kicker with that is BET Plus is almost like Peacock. You know how Peacock shows eventually come on Bravo?
Oh.
That's the same thing that BET Plus does, because I have BET Plus, and I'm saying to myself, why am I paying $9.99 when next season I can look at it on regular BET? The only thing is it have commercials.
Oh,
And it
okay.
doesn't have, it's commercial free on BET Plus.
Okay.
But yeah, I had to write little notes this time because sometimes I forget, and then I get off with you and I'm like, dang,
Damn, I forgot something.
Yeah.
No, you were very succinct today. You were reading. Not someone said not deceased or destitute. That took me out too.
They are. They are. Think about it.
Rest in
Think
peace,
about
Black
the
Rob.
bad boy roster. I'm just saying. Then Mac 10, Notorious B.I.G. Should I go on? You know?
Damn.
And then most of them, when they do pass, they don't even have money. I mean, you know, you hear the family is raising money to bury them and things like that. And they had mega hits. Mega hits. So, yeah. That's the thing I had to say. And somebody else, I know I saw a comment somewhere where someone's like, Diddy is getting lifetime achievement from BET before Stevie Wonder, but I thought Stevie Wonder did get a lifetime achievement award from BET. I'm not sure, but I've got to look it up.
Please do and let me know. I don't remember that.
If he did, then that's not
I mean, there's plenty of people. I'm not going to take away from Diddy's stuff, but there was plenty of people that could
that
get that
should
award.
have before him. And then as far as Lil Nas X, I don't know what the real reason for him not being. I know he's very controversial, but I like him because if people really look past all his flamboyant stuff and actually listen to the lyrics, he's really telling his personal story. Like Montero, his real name is Montero by chance, and he said in an interview that video was like the devil, like the church people were telling him, you know, this is the way you need to be, and how he fought with his sexuality because of the church. So yeah, that's all you have to do is just listen to, sometimes get beyond the beat and listen to the lyrics.
Not Miss Beverly telling us to get beyond the beat and listen to Lil Nas X.
Until the controversy over his Montero video came about, the only thing I knew about was Old Town Road. But after the controversy, I went back and watched all of his videos and listened to the lyrics. And he's really a deep little fella. Because, you know, I'm from the Temptation and Gladys Knight and all of those eras. I lived on just, yeah. Yeah, you get surprised every now and then from me.
I love it. I love it. Well, we appreciate you calling in and sharing that perspective.
Oh, well, thank you. And everyone have a wonderful day. And you can cut it off with me and go get your lunch.
Oh, poor Brandy backstage. She's like, oh no. All right.
But okay, Brandy, I'm just playing.
Miss Beverly, thank you so much for calling in.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. First of all, I mean, I agree with Miss I can't even speak, with Miss Beverly about Lil Nas X. I never looked too deep into his lyrics, but that kid is creative, and he is the king of trolling people that like to have things to say about him. There's he has potential to be iconic. He has definitely potential. And I do agree with him. I do believe that BET, it's not like BET doesn't have a history of homophobia. I'll wait. All right. Not in our Pride Month. All right. Mocha says, Lil Nas X has talent. I love him. I love this. All right. Right? Nelly says, what? Caller is schooled on music. Just saying. Okay. Mickey says, I love Lil Nas X too. Latasha says not this conversation going into Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X is extremely talented. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to Brandy. Brandy's gonna be our final caller, and then I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm hungry. And you know how I get when I'm hungry. Hold on. Y'all know. Look, y'all know how I get when I'm hungry. Okay. All right. Damn it. Oh, wait, it's still on. I gotta fix that. Anyways, let's bring up Brandy. Brandy, you're gonna be our final caller. What's going on, Brandy?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
Oh, well, how are you?
Good. You're so crazy with those sound effects. And Miss Beverly, she wrong, trying to cut me off, girl. After I listened to her patiently, but no, I'm just joking. But I was gonna say, as far as the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm so happy that the after show is back in that form.
Yeah.
Because that set, like the backdrop is so pretty, and then all the ladies like be looking on point for some reason with that after show, and even that little music that plays, that the little jingle, like I'm like, oh, I'm so happy this is back in person now. But
Especially with RHOA, ladies.
yes, they be looking so good. But Kenya, when she explained that penny thing, which I'm so tired of hearing about too, and poor Candy, she just so defensive about it. But when Kenya explained it, how she did about like the shaming and stuff, I could understand more, but she still brought it on herself because she knows she was flirting with Apollo. And if somebody was flirting with Mark like that, she would have Detroit would have been all up and through there. So, I mean, they didn't have to slut her out or slut shame her, but she was flirting with Apollo. I don't know why she's acting like she wasn't. Right. Well, you know, not like her. She was thirsty, like just disrespectful. But, and I was gonna say, I never watched College Hill ever back in the day. But this College Hill that they have on right now, that I was gonna send you my login for, is hilarious. Like, it's like I'm going to hell because of stuff like this, laughing at people that are clearly crazy because Stacey Dash is crazy.
Oh, look, as soon as we get off of here, I'm gonna get me something to eat, and I'm gonna get me some BET Plus.
Please do, because we need to talk about it. And the last thing is brokensilence.com is a website that all the shows are on for free. So even though I pay for like 1 million different streaming services because I don't like feeling left out, like I like being able to click on all of the apps and have access. Sorry, but I still watch the shows on that website a lot of the times, and like mirror it to my Apple TV because it's no commercials and they got all the shows, and they be up early too, posted on the website. So yeah, I'm just saying
with the bootleg, but we appreciate it.
I mean, I thought everybody knew.
I did. Now we all know. We got almost 1,200 people here now. Now we all know.
Man, get up on that.
Brandy, we appreciate you calling in.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
That's the bootleg plug, right? Now we all know. Speaking of which, shout out to all of our members, guys. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TheKempire.com/join. It is a new link. Shout out to all of our members. We appreciate you. I'm always loving when I see in the live chat, we see, you know, how long you've been a member. So shout out to all of you that are helping us do things like get another BET Plus membership, because I have to be subscribed to all the things. Apparently I can go on a website though, and look, I'd much rather be subscribed to all the things, because I mean, that's a longer conversation. We're not going to even get into that because I'm hungry. Thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat. Thank you to our members. And don't forget to say thank you to our moderators. Thank you to all of our moderators that came through. And when you can, look, we understand moderators when you're not able to moderate, but when you do, you come in and you help out, especially when we have such a large group of people and you help spread the word about what we're doing here. So please show love to our moderators. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to our subscribers. We appreciate you as well. Thank you for sharing our channel with everyone. We are almost at 140,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And guys, don't forget, Pride Month is over on Thursday. Damn. It's over on Thursday. So get your merchandise while your merchandise is still available. Head on over to TheKempire.com/shop. Get your stuff while you can. Okay. I bought a lot of stuff, y'all. I bought a lot of stuff of my own stuff because I also have to test some of this stuff out. And the material is high quality. I'm loving it. I'm excited for what we're going to continue to do. So stay tuned for all of that. Thank you for your support. We appreciate you. And speaking of support, thank you to everyone that's donated to our Pride Month fundraiser. We are still trying to reach our goal of $1,500 for the Trevor Project. Check out the last video that we did. Replay crew, you'll be able to see the link available after the live has ended. Please donate what you can. Please spread the video and ask people to donate. Let's hit our goal before Thursday. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone for being here for our Tuesday takeover, where we talk about a variety of reality TV news, pop culture news, and so much more. Replay crew, everyone in the live chat, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. We appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's play some Pride song. This song is by Daniel King, and it's called Feel Right.
It's been way too long, I've been building walls around me. Keep my distance so you never know too much about me. Trying to keep you out cause I love my safe space. But the problem is I never looked into my own face. Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? We let it go, will you hold it inside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, will you hold it inside? You're more than just your best, you're more than what you realize. We let it go, will you hold it inside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, will you hold it inside? You're more than just your best, you're more than what you realize. It's been way too long, I've been building walls around me. Keep my distance so you never know too much about me. Trying to keep you out cause I love my safe space. But the problem is I never looked into my own face. Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? Yeah. We let it go, will you hold it inside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. Will you let it go, will you hold it inside? You're more than just your best, you're more than what you realize. Will you let it go, will you hold it inside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. Will you let it go, will you hold it inside? You're more than just your best, you're more than what you realize.